Are you a busy mom who feels like you're always running on empty? I'm guessing you want to be the best mom you can, but you just don't have the hours or energy to spare. If so, you're not alone because according to a report from CNBC, millions of moms feel the exact same way. But there's good news. You can be a better mom in just 15 minutes a day. And honestly, you don't even have to do it every day. So in this episode, we're going to talk about how to increase your self-awareness, connect with your family and friends, reduce stress and anxiety, gain confidence, and feel supported. These are all important factors that contribute to being a better mom. And the best part is you can start making those changes today. So if you're ready to make a difference in your life and your kids' lives, you're in the right place. Let's simplify things together. I'm Erin Christopoulos, a mother of two and teacher-turned-mom strategist who puts the pieces of mom life together so you don't have to. I get that you're short on time and don't have the capacity to figure out everything on your own, which is why I'm here to help you get clear on where to put your focus while protecting your time and energy so you can actually enjoy these years with your little ones. I'm ditching the overwhelming and unrealistic one-size-fits-all tactics and replacing them with an approach that's practical and personal, because I believe your family is one of a kind with its own qualities and values that deserve an adaptable approach, offering support and encouragement where you need it most. From honest conversations and mindset shifts to practical tips and sustainable strategies, consider this your customizable guide to mom life. With the tools and resources you need at your fingertips, you'll finally have the confidence and clarity you need to bring more intention and ease to everyday life so that you and your family thrive. This is the Mom Life Handbook. I know how it is. You're busy, you're stressed, and you feel like you're always running on empty, but you still want to be the best mom that you can. I hear you. And I'm here to tell you that it's possible to be a better mom without spending hours every day working on it. In fact, you can make a big difference in your life and your kids' lives by just making a few small changes. So in this episode, we're going to talk about strategies that you can try in under 15 minutes to help yourself become a better mom. These strategies are easy to implement and they can make a big difference in your life. Today's episode is for you if you want to learn how to increase your self-awareness and understand your own needs and values, how to connect with your family and friends in a more meaningful way, how to reduce stress and anxiety in your life, how to gain the confidence and empowerment you need to be the best mom you can be, and how to feel supported and less alone in your journey as a mom. Before we really get to the tangible strategies that are going to help you feel like a better mom, I want us to get specific about the role our self-awareness plays in your sense of effectiveness in your role as mom. So what is self-awareness? It's simply the ability to understand yourself and your own thoughts, feelings, and motivations. It's about knowing your strengths and weaknesses, your values and priorities, and your triggers and blind spots. The truth is, we often feel as if our thoughts tell us with accuracy who we are. But the truth is, you are an individual with thoughts. And sometimes those thoughts can be flawed. You are human. You are not static. You're elastic. You're evolving. You're always changing. And without self-awareness, it's really easy to get stuck and caught up in these patterns of belief or truly misbelief that leave us feeling as if we're never moving forward. Self-awareness is so important for moms because it can help us improve our relationships, have a stronger sense of self, make better decisions, reduce your stress, and help you be more present. So let's break down those reasons of why self-awareness is so important for you as a mom. So when it comes to improving your relationships, you're likely feeling really overwhelmed, pulled in a million different directions every day, and you probably feel like, I don't have time to spend quality time with my family. I don't have time to focus on myself, let alone develop friendships or connect with family members who live outside of my home. It can be really hard. So when you take time to grow your awareness around yourself, you're able to get really clear on what really matters to you in your relationships. You're able to get really clear on how you want to show up in those relationships. It matters a lot. If we continue to just plow through our day and just try to keep up with relationships in our lives without intention or really understanding why it matters to us, we never feel like we're showing up in the best way that we wish we could. I'd also mention that self-awareness really gives you that stronger sense of self. It is so easy to lose your sense of connection with who you are as an individual when you are constantly pouring yourself out and giving yourself to your kids, your rest of your family, your career, your home. It can be so exhausting and really drain you of that sense of really being clear on who you are as an individual. So making the time to really reconnect with yourself and say, well, where am I right now in life? How are things going? You really do start to reconnect with your spirit and refamiliarize yourself with who you are. And I feel like that's so important that we show that side of ourselves to our kids. We don't want to set the model for them that they need to lose themselves in their roles as they are grown-ups, that you can be who you are as an individual and have different roles in your life without losing that sense of self. So I feel like making time to grow your self-awareness is going to help you be a better mom because you have that stronger sense of self. And one of the things I love most is that when you are really clear on what matters to you, what is worthy of your time and your efforts, you're able to make better decisions in terms of where you put your time and efforts. You become a lot more confident in being able to say no to the things that really don't matter to you. And that really helps free up your capacity and show up for the things that you've decided really are important to you. You know, I feel like it's so easy to get caught up in our roles as mom and what society tells us a good mom looks like. But at the end of the day, if you're living up to someone else's expectations, you're not going to feel that good about yourself because you have unfulfilled expectations of yourself because you haven't been focused on what you feel is important. You've been focused on what other people are telling you is important. So that is not only going to start helping you make better decisions, but when you grow that self-awareness then, and you do grow that confidence, you're going to find that you have reduced stress and anxiety. That's huge because you're going to start feeling more in control of your life and you'll be allowed to enjoy your mom life so much more as a result when you can really let go of those expectations that don't apply to you, that are unimportant to you and your family. And when you put all of this together, you're going to find that you're just a lot more present in the moment. You're able to tune out the noise in the times where it doesn't matter. You're going to find that self-awareness and the time that you've spent developing who you are as an individual will empower you to slow down and be there for the moments that you care about. And you'll also find that when it's time to step away from your family and focus on the other priorities in your life, you'll feel less guilty because you've had quality time with your family, and you'll also be clear on why those other commitments or roles really matter to you. So I hope you can see that really being a better mom starts with growing your self-awareness. And I know it's really hard to step out of your mom role and prioritize yourself and find meaningful ways to grow your self-awareness. But when you really start reverse engineering your mom life and you start seeing that your sense of being a better mom starts with how you feel about yourself, things will start to really fall into place, start clicking, and you really are going to take off. And that's really everything that Mom Life Handbook stands for, is figuring out how can you really customize your approach to mom life in a way that really is supportive to your values, your needs, your personality, your lifestyle. Because you can go to the gurus who can tell you, here's your plan, here's how you're going to make this happen, but it's a one-size-fits-all approach, which it doesn't work. So I want you to really take the ideas from today's episode and give a couple of them a try. You're going to find, again, you can do this in under 15 minutes in a day or a week. It doesn't really have to be daily. I find that the more time you can put towards growing your self-awareness, obviously, the faster your progress will be. But you do whatever you feel like you have the capacity for, and it will fall into place in its own time. One of the simplest ways to start getting really clear on how you want to be a better mom and how you can grow your self-awareness is to do an exercise called the 5 whys. I don't know where I first heard this. I don't know who created it, but I think it's such a simple reflection activity. It doesn't require any resources, just, I guess, a little bit of quiet and time for reflection. But again, doesn't have to be a whole lot of time. So the 5 whys is really based off of this first question that comes back to living a more fulfilling life. Because if you're saying you want to be a better mom, it reflects this idea that you're feeling unfulfilled, right? You're not feeling like you're living up to your potential. You're not living up to the expectations. So I want you to ask yourself, why do I want to live a more fulfilling life? Or why do I want to be a better mom? Whichever sits better for you. And then I want you to ask yourself, why again and again, until you've really gotten to the core of your motivation. So let's just go through an example of this. Maybe you'd say, why do I want to live a more fulfilling life? I want to be happier. Okay. Why do I want to be happier? Because I want to feel more connected to my kids and my partner and my friends. All right. Well, why do I want to feel more connected to my family and friends? It's because I want to feel like I have a really strong support system. Why do I want that strong support system? I don't want to feel like I'm alone. Why do I want to feel like I'm not alone in this journey? It's because I want to feel like I can be myself and I can be accepted by those around me. So in this example, the real core why behind why do I want a more fulfilling life is because I don't feel like I've found my spot, that I haven't found my people, that I haven't felt like I've been embraced by the people in my life for who I am. I want to feel like I can be myself. If you feel like, I don't feel like myself right now, I've really lost sight of that. I don't have people I'm connected to that really see me for who I am. Okay, well, now we know that your why behind wanting to maybe have a more fulfilling life is to feel more acceptance of yourself and who you are. It can be really reflective of, all right, well, now I know that I need to start making choices that are really going to help me grow that sense of having a strong support system. Maybe I haven't been connecting with other moms in my community. Maybe I haven't been making time to spend with my partner outside of the time we have together with the kids. And it really can start to drive and direct the choices that you make in everyday life so that you start feeling like, oh, wow, I do feel like myself every day. I've got this strong support system that I've been looking for. But if you don't give yourself time to ask these questions and really dig deep into why am I wanting this? Why do I feel this way? You're never really going to uncover necessarily what you really value or what really matters to you, what's important to you. So take the time to go through your own set of questions of why. And it could look totally different than my example. Obviously, you could go so many different directions with that why. And you could use it situationally, right? This is a strategy you could just focus on, why am I feeling so overwhelmed this summer? And you could start going down, why? You could also have it be more existential, as the example that I gave with you, and create more of a vision for what's the life you want to create over time. It doesn't have to be just in short pockets of time, but it could be. It's all up to you. That's what I love about this strategy. You can really use it any way you'd like. Now, once you're really clear on what you want to focus on, where you want to grow, where you want to evolve, where you are noticing you have some unmet needs, it's time to practice some strategies that are going to help you continue to grow that self-awareness or develop yourself as an individual. I know it's hard when you're a busy mom, especially if you have littles at home, but I hope you're starting to see that carving out this time for yourself makes such a big difference in how you are able to show up for life as a mom. Because when your needs are met on an individual level, you're feeling fulfilled, you're feeling confident, and you're feeling really clear on what really matters, you're going to be able to then show up for your kids in a way that they've never seen before. You're going to be so sturdy and confident and feeling calmer and more in control. I think at the end of the day, that's what we want to feel when we say, I want to be a better mom, right? But if you aren't connecting with yourself and touching base with what your needs are and helping meet those needs, you're never going to feel like you're then able to turn around and give of yourself to other people. So I want you to just open your phone, look at your week ahead of you, and pick a time where you can try one of these strategies. Again, it takes less than 15 minutes. I personally like to do a lot of personal growth work in the mornings before the whole house is up. It's just so quiet. I sit in front of the window. I look out at the mountains. I listen to the birds. I drink some hot tea. And I just do something for myself. And it just feels so nourishing and good. And I want that for you too. Now, does it have to be in the morning? Nope. I happen to be someone who prefers to wake up early, go to bed early. You might be like, no, I'll do it after everyone's asleep. I stay up way later than the family, or maybe I'll do this during nap time, or maybe I'll see if I can pop out of the house for a walk by myself. Maybe I'll go to a coffee shop, whatever it is. It does not matter. But commit to making this time for yourself. A quick side note, I remember after Stella was born, I really wanted to commit to working out consistently for my own well-being. And I said, I want to go to Pure Barre. I want to do it 2 times a week. That was it. It was my only ask. I want to go work out 2 times a week. And before I knew it, I had done it consistently for a year. And I think that just kind of setting that bare minimum expectation of, here's when and how I'm going to focus on myself and I'm going to make it happen. And it's going to be a non-negotiable. You'll find that it actually does happen. You find a way to make it happen because you've willed it to happen, right? And there were days where I know it'd be like the weekend and I'd go first things, and there'd be days where you'd be like, I'm so tired. Are you sure you have to go to this class? To be like, yeah, I don't care how you get through this next hour with the kids. You figure it out. I know you can do this. And I know that I need to work out and that I'll feel so much better when I come home and I'll show up better for all of you as a result. And we fell into a rhythm, and that's how it happened. You can do the same thing with your own personal development time. Carve out that time, commit to it, and then watch how you really come to look forward to that practice and how it becomes a habit. And you may find it evolves and you do more of it in different times of your life, and other times you might have to pull back, and that's okay. That's just how life goes as a mom.
I get it. Mom life can be a lot. And that's why I created the Focus Finder quiz. This free interactive quiz is custom made for moms like you who are looking for some clear direction in navigating the challenges of everyday mom life. Answer just a few quick questions, and you'll receive personalized results that showcase your mom's strengths and highlight any areas where you might be struggling. Plus, I'll send you a printable resource that offers simple, effective strategies to help you bring focus to the parts of your life where you need it most. If you're ready to say goodbye to the chaos and hello to ease, then it's time to take the Focus Finder quiz. Head to momlifehandbook.com/quiz right now to take the quiz and get your personalized results and resources today.
All right, let's go through these strategies quickly of some ideas of things you can do to start growing your self-awareness in ways that are really focused on what matters to you. A really simple way is start a journal. It's a great way to track your thoughts, feelings, experiences. It's really helpful in identifying your patterns, triggers, and also your values. So journal for as little as 5 minutes a day. It can be just a quick, practice where you're just putting your thoughts on paper. And you'll be surprised at what comes out. You can practice mindfulness. It's the practice of paying attention to the present moment without any judgment. So some examples of ways you can practice that mindfulness would be listening to a guided meditation, doing some yoga flows, or just sitting quietly and observing your thoughts and feelings as they come and as they go. And again, that can start for just as little as 5 minutes a day. Just having that moment to check in with yourself is everything. Another resource that I love specifically related to life as a mom and growing your awareness in your role as a mom is through my audio course, Mom Life Reset. It's designed to help busy, overwhelmed moms like you regain that sense of control, simplify your life, and move from surviving to thriving. So that's a great resource if you're feeling like, all right, I really want to focus in on how do I be a better mom. But I think you'll find too that it really is a mini course in self-awareness that's just contextualized for mom life. It helps you not only address challenges that you're facing today, but also equips you with the simple yet effective tools and strategies you can use to handle future obstacles with greater confidence and ease because you are so clear on what really matters to you and your family and where your priorities lie. You can do that one in as little as 15 minutes a day. So that's a great resource. Be sure to check it out. You can go to momlifehandbook.com/reset. It's also linked in the show notes for today. You can also read self-help books or articles or get an audiobook. There's so many great resources out there that can help you increase your self-awareness. It's really something that I rely on day in and day out. These resources can provide you with insights into your own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and you can read for as little as 10 minutes a day. Some books that I've loved are Good Inside by Dr. Becky Kennedy for parenting from a place of understanding yourself more clearly, The Origins of You for personal growth, and Untamed by Glennon Doyle. This is a memoir of sorts, but it's a great case study in growing your self-awareness. And there's so many quotable moments in that book that apply to anyone's life. So I can't recommend that one enough either. You can also choose to talk to a therapist. If you're really struggling to increase your self-awareness on your own, that's okay. Even sometimes just having that dedicated time on the calendar as an appointment makes the difference. That's why I started going to Pure Barre. It was something scheduled. It was a commitment. I would have to pay a fee if I canceled. So I showed up. I didn't cancel. So if you need that accountability, a therapist can be a great way to get started. They can help identify your blind spots and develop strategies for increasing your self-awareness. So it's definitely a resource to check out and invest in. I hope that you're walking away with at least something to consider, something to think about as you're taking the kids for a walk around the neighborhood or cooking dinner. I know that a lot of self-awareness can just happen naturally in the moment as you hear new ideas and reflect on them. I hope that you've had an opportunity in this episode to really consider where you're at in your journey of growing your own self-awareness. I know that for each and every one of us, this is always going to be something that has to be an intentional practice. Otherwise, it'll never happen because something else will always sneak in and take away that time from us. But I also know that it's a practice that is so worthwhile and really benefits our entire family. Remember, growing your self-awareness is going to help you make better decisions because when you're more self-aware, you're better able to understand your values and priorities. And this makes it easier to make decisions that are in line with what's important to you. It also helps you to be more present with your kids. When you're more self-aware, you're better able to be present in the moment because you have clarity around everything having a time and a place and the confidence to know when to create boundaries that protect what matters to you, like being present with your kids. And you're going to find that you'll feel more confident and empowered. When you're more self-aware, you're better able to understand your strengths, your weaknesses, and this makes you feel more confident in yourself and gives you the ability to handle whatever life throws your way. If you're interested in learning more about self-awareness, I encourage you to check out the resources I mentioned in this episode. You can really focus on your mom life through the lens of self-awareness by joining the Mom Life Reset. Go ahead and visit momlifehandbook.com/reset, or you can learn on a broader level through books that are linked in the show notes. If nothing else, start by asking yourself some of the questions that are as simple as, why do I want to be a better mom? Or what are my values as a mom? And apply that 5 whys strategy that we opened today's episode with. Remember, self-awareness takes time to develop. Better yet, it's constantly evolving. It's exciting to see where your self-awareness can take you when you're patient with yourself, when you stay curious, and when you aren't afraid to make mistakes. The most important thing is to keep moving forward and to never give up on yourself. And as we wrap up this week's episode, remember, mom life is complex, but it doesn't have to be complicated. Here's to leading with purpose and intention as you simplify mom life in the week ahead. You've just finished another episode of the Mom Life Handbook podcast. Remember to check out the episode description for all the important links and highlights from today's show. While you're there, tap the subscribe button so that new episodes are always at your fingertips. Before you go, I'd really appreciate hearing your thoughts about the show. It takes as little as 30 seconds to leave a review, and your honest thoughts help me create a better show and help other moms discover it too. And if this episode really helped you out, go ahead and hit the share button to text it to a friend or share it on social media. You never know who in your life might benefit from a little extra support. Don't forget, there are lots of ways to stay connected beyond the podcast. Head over to momlifehandbook.com for additional resources or to learn about how to work with me. And be sure to follow along on Instagram at momlifehandbook. Send me a DM to say hey or to share your thoughts on today's episode. Connecting with you personally is what I really love most. And just in case you need to hear it today, you're doing an incredible job. I know it doesn't always feel like it, but you're here, learning how to be better and do better. Keep working to bring more intention and ease into your life, and know that I'm right here cheering you on. You're creating a beautiful journey for you and your family. I am so proud of you.